Hi, Tracy Williams here, your success coach and your results expert. I'm always delighted and inspired when a principle that I understand, one that I'm doing the darndest to apply in my life, is said in a different way, in a way that really gets my attention, in a way that really allows me to let it sink into my bones. One of the reasons that I find this so inspiring is that if I'm working a principle, if I'm letting it show up in my life, and it comes to me in a different way, then it must mean that there's something that I haven't fully understood. This happened to me just the other day. I was studying with Neale Donald Walsch, who, if the name sounds familiar to you, it is. He's the author of Conversations with God. And he was talking about the 3 secrets to ending struggle and making life work. Ending struggle and making life work. Doesn't that sound great? Sounds good to me. According to Neale Donald Walsch, nothing is going wrong in life. Nothing is going wrong in life. You may think that's absolute hogwash because you may feel like sometimes I do that lots of things are going wrong in life. But let's take a look at that. Now, if you were a client of mine, or you've been following this work for a while, if you've been listening to your Wisdom Wednesdays for a while, then you've heard me say the content of our lives is the curriculum for our evolution. Let me say that again. The content of our lives is the curriculum for our evolution. Now, those are the profound words of one of my teachers, Mary Morrissey, and I believe that she and Neale are actually saying the same things. Let's unpack it. So we all know that we create our own reality. The thoughts that we think and hold, our paradigms, are what create the circumstances that we currently have in our lives. So if we want different circumstances, then we have to think different thoughts. And when we think different thoughts, we get different circumstances. But how do we think different thoughts unless we have increased our awareness? So what's happening here is that every circumstance that we have, particularly those that we don't prefer, offer a lesson in expanding our awareness, a lesson in evolving who we are as individuals. And when we do that, when we learn the lesson, when we expand in that way, when we become more aware of how this universe works, then we are welcoming in different circumstances. We are able to let go of the circumstances that were undesirable because we've learned the lesson that they came here to teach us. So we've learned the lesson that they've come here to teach us. So here's the thing. Undesirable conditions are an opportunity to shine our light. They're an opportunity to be grateful, not necessarily for those circumstances, but in those circumstances, regardless, to be grateful for the best in things and to offer forgiveness, maybe to look for a place where there's some self-love that would be helpful, or an opportunity to love others. There's an opportunity for us to focus on what we would love instead of condemning and complaining and being frustrated by what looks like is going completely wrong. So my challenge for you this week is to take a look at something that shows up that's not what you prefer. See if you can recognize the lesson in it. If you recognize the lesson, fantastic. If you can't recognize the lesson, allow your energy to shift. Allow you to find the good in it. Allow you to look for some gratitude, opportunities for forgiveness, and shift that energy, because when your energy shifts, your thinking will shift, and when your thinking shifts, your circumstances have an opportunity to change.